You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality art, interviews, music and hot topics. Hosted by Dini-Mussolini and co-hosted by Banditti. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at least 1 hour after each show at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. We welcome all. Enjoy the show.
Yo, it feels so good to be back with you guys once again. Man, there are 34,000 of you guys on the line with us tonight, and I am super, super happy. One time for my people who are indigos and starseeds, and 2 times for my people who are vegans. If you like me, if you're a vegan, you know it is a struggle. Anyway, we are averaging over 34,000 plus listeners and over 888,000 downloads worldwide. And we've been at this for 3 solid years. I appreciate all of you guys who have been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we're still growing, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, literature, art, movies, and research in every aspect, and we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, I've had celebrities on the show, from Grammy Award-winning artists to nominees to actors, comedians, technology geniuses, visual artists, from authors to professors and aliens. Or people who think they're aliens. It doesn't matter though who you are or where you came from. Come on our show and talk to us. So check it out. To book an interview or just to share a real cool story, email me at theradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. I'm passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do, and together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people who should hear it. So let's create something incredible. And with that, hello and welcome to another episode of our podcast, Vigilantes Radio. Thank you again, as always, for tuning in and being a part of our audience family. If you would like information on how to call in, ask questions, or speak to our guests, you can always dial 701-801-9813 or hop in the mix directly from my website, which is onlyonemediagroup.com. Scroll over to the Vigilantes Radio tab and slap that go live button, and you'll be right here in the mix with all of us, or in the chat room. There is a live chat, so feel free to exchange messages between each other. Send me some, don't leave Dini out. And you can also ask me or send me questions to ask our guests if we have the time. Sometimes I glance at it and, ask a few questions that you guys are asking me to ask our guests. So yeah, feel free to shoot over some questions. And as always, all episodes are available for free download. And you can grab that from our server over at Spreaker.com/onlyonemediagroup Group at iTunes, YouTube. There's an app called Podcast Addict, and it's available at any other podcast app that is on the mobile phone. And that's iPhone and Android devices. And that goes for every single episode that we've ever aired. Well, tonight's episode is the Ariel Currant interview, and I am your host, Dini-Mussolini. All right, so we've been talking about management, right? So I got an email maybe a few weeks ago about this, and we just touch on it every now and then in our podcast because there's so much to talk about, and we don't have a lot of time, so I don't give you the whole spiel. Actually, you'll have to go back through the podcast to get the whole spiel. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Connect with me on Twitter at Houdini Black in 3D. Facebook is the same, Houdini Black in 3D. Instagram is the same, Houdini Black in 3D. Snapchat as well. If you want to connect with the station, it's Twitter at No Longer the Hero, Instagram Vigilantes Radio, Facebook Vigilantes Radio. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Excuse me. So here's the tip. If possible, when you get management recommendations from people, get them to make an introduction for you. Things will be a lot easier if you don't have to cold call people. It is important to have the same sort of music industry philosophy as your manager. If your manager is more experienced in the music business, then you will be able to learn a few things from them. However, if, for instance, you're seeking chart music stardom and they're committed to the indie music scene, or vice versa, then the relationship is not going to work for either of you. Remember that you are choosing a manager while they are choosing you. You don't have to jump on board with the first manager that comes along if you're not sure that it will work. A manager is almost like a member of your band. The best management relationships click on a professional and on a personal level. And if you need help figuring things out, feel free to email me and I can send you a few things, a checklist, if you will, to ask a manager to make sure you guys see eye to eye. Before you approach a manager, have a good idea of what you need from them. If you're trying to land a deal, then a manager who has a lot of contacts at labels is a good choice for you. Duh. If you have a deal on the table and need someone to walk you through negotiations, then a manager with that sort of experience should be high on your list. Another duh. Managers have a lot of different styles, and some are more hands-on than others. Before you try to hire someone, make sure you have an idea of the job description. When you're putting together information for potential managers, don't try to create a package that you think gives the right answers. Yes, you do want to put your best foot forward. Duh. However, if, for instance, if you're a folk band and you're approaching a hip-hop manager, don't go out and record some verses for your demo. And when I say verses, I mean like rap verses, okay? You need a manager who gets what you're doing. And the only way to find someone like that is to give them an honest representation of your work. You'll find the right manager, don't fret. Spending things to try to match yourself to a particular manager is never a good call. So here's 3 things that you should always have when approaching a manager. Demo, which is 3 to 5 songs of your best work. Press kit, which basically summarize who you are as an artist. And a well-written bio. Now, in the past, my bio used to be like sunshine, pizza, and long walks in the moonlight. And that was it. And I was at the point where I could have a bio like that because I've grown my fan base. But starting out, it wasn't so, nonchalant. Even though that is a great bio. Like, who doesn't like sunshine, pizza, and walks in the moonlight? Bring back memories. Oh well. But yeah. So you want a bio that represents you on a professional level because you're dealing with professional people, right? Yes. All right. So I think that wraps it up about management. Like I said, we covered it over at least 5 podcasts, I believe now. So, now it's time to get into the real reason why you guys are here. Like there's 34,000. No, not 34,000. 24,000 online with us tonight, and I will not keep you guys waiting any longer because you're not here for me, right? No, you have to be here for Ariel. So we are the people who have dedicated their weekdays and nights to music, books, movies, news, business ventures, conspiracies, and just talk in every aspect. From our incredible writing and promotion here on our new Facebook page, and you can find that on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio, to our interview music show, which is right here, Vigilantes Radio, or the dive into relationships, music business theory, and spiritual living on our show called Skeptics. We spend each and every day giving our maximum effort to create a vibrant, exciting indie community for all creative minds that coexist in this beautiful artistic world. Well, like I told you guys earlier, our special guest tonight is Ariel Currant, a pop artist from the record label Chrome City Records. So with that, let's bring her on. Ariel, how are you doing, or how's it going, and how are you feeling?
Hi, I'm good.
It's great. It's great to hear. It's great to hear. So what's going on?
Well, not much. Just kind of hanging out, ready for this interview.
All right, cool. So let's dive deep into this thing, shall we?
All right.
All right. So on your Facebook page over at, and guys, grab your pen and paper here. Facebook, oh, you probably don't have paper anymore. It's like, okay, whip out your phone, text this, or, put this in your memo pad. You can find her over at facebook.com/Ariel Currant Music, and Currant is spelled Currant Music. So I read something about you, Ariel. It mentions a reference to some pop songwriters of a very high caliber, like Taylor Swift, and yes, she is pop, despite her being put into the country bracket, Demi Lovato, and Hilary Duff. All artists that, at least to me, have a brilliant way with words and melody that really paints the full picture of the subject matter in any of their given songs. But that's my impression. In your words, though, what was it about these artists and others too, and their music that have inspired you in some way?
They just, all of those ones you listed, I like how, about like the stories they tell. Like I love how they put that out there. And so, like, I listen to what they put out there, and I kind of not mimic their songwriting, but kind of just, like, take how they have written their songs or how their team has written their songs and kind of use that as, like, kind of like a guideline to help me when I'm writing my own stuff. And, they've always been big inspirations for me. I mean, I listened to Hilary Duff since Lizzie McGuire days, and so she's always been a huge influence of mine. And they're all brilliant in what they do.
Definitely. So in listening to We Are the Night, which we'll play later on, I really started thinking about all the different places you could potentially put a song like that. Do you ever think about things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I wrote that for something that I could dance to. So I'm like, I would love to be able to like go out like with my friends and just like end up at like a bar or a club and it just like come on the speakers. Like that is like would be like the biggest just mile marker of mine if that happens. So like that's what I picture doing, just be able to like just dance with my friends in like a bar or a club with them. So it's like that was like one of my big like this is what I want. This is what I want to happen. Is I want to hear this in one of these types of situations. But it can definitely like expand beyond that into like really anything.
That's cool. So what kind of dance moves do you have?
I mean, I would say they're not too bad, but sometimes my friends get embarrassed of me because I will literally just start dancing wherever I want. Like there doesn't even have to be music playing, and I'll just like start busting out something, and they just look at me and they're like, "Ariel, you gotta stop." And I'm just like, "What? I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about." But I took dance for like 14 years growing up, so I mean, I would hope that my moves aren't too bad.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So many opportunities exist to have your music showcased in like films, television, and independent projects. Do you ever think about pursuing those as an option?
I mean, if that's what me and my team would like to kind of delve into that, then I would love to. I would love for this song to be anywhere that anybody wants to put it. And I think at least like, and we know with like the film industry and stuff like that, like I think it could definitely like work in a lot of things. So if someone wants to do that, like I would be for that totally.
Okay. So I was just going over your musical timeline a bit. Your latest release in the form of a project was back in 2013. an EP called A Beautiful Mess.
Yes.
And I'm like the TMZ of interviews here because I might just pop out on your timeline any second here. So
all right.
I suppose that, it got me curious. And, of course, I want to know what brought the courage in you out to embrace your time in the spotlight currently.
Currently,
that's 4 years now?
Yeah. It was just a lot of patience. Like, I knew with that EP that came out, A Beautiful Mess, like, I knew I needed something out there to, like, showcase not just, like, my singing abilities, but also my songwriting. So I went out, I did that, and then I just played the waiting game of, okay, maybe, like, I'm gonna promote this the best I can from just being just myself, and hope that someone catches on or is at least able to, like, find one of my cover videos, and then they can, like, search me and find that I've also written stuff. And I mean, it paid off in the long run. It might have taken 4 years, but I mean, it was definitely something that, like, kickstarted this whole career of mine, and the patience and waiting has totally been worth it, because now I get to put out more stuff that I'm super excited about.
Definitely. So, I guess you say the 4 years prepared you for this moment now, right?
Oh, yeah, completely.
Were you completely silent during those 4 years, or were you just out promoting your record?
I mean, I did as much as I could. I had struggles of the point that I don't really play an instrument, so, like, going out and trying to, like, get people to, like, let me, like, play at their, like, either restaurants or bar or whatever, was kind of hard because I had challenges of I don't play an instrument at the current moment. I'm trying to learn. And so, yeah, I mean, if I was doing anything to promote my music, it was mainly just, like, online stuff and trying to just get, like, covers out there that people would draw attention to me, and then they'd, like, find my original stuff through those covers and through my name. And so that's what I just tried to do. I just tried to promote those the best I possibly could, and it worked. I got Mark contact me, like, a couple years after my first EP came out, and it's just kind of been rolling since then.
All right, cool. So who is Mark?
Oh, sorry. Mark is one of the owners of Chrome City Records, who I am currently signed to. Yeah.
That's awesome. So let's go back, though, to, like, 2013. What was your mindset like?
My mindset, I was a freshman in college. I was heavily involved in, like, a lot of, like, choir and show choir and, like, dance through high school. And all of a sudden I came to college and all that kind of disappeared. And I was like, I was happy, but, like, I knew something was missing. And so I kind of was just like, I need to do this for me. I need to, like, write out, like, what I'm feeling and, like, what I've been through and put it out in a musical way. And so I went back home from college after a semester and took community college classes. So I finished up a degree that way. I finished up my associate's degree that way while also working on the CP. And then I went back to school and just did all my best promoting that I possibly could from there. But yeah, I knew something was missing, and I didn't realize how big of an impact music was in my life until it was kind of all gone. That's what I did. Right. Yeah.
And that's usually how it goes, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't know what you got until it's gone.
Yep. But, I guess your promotions paid off because it caught the ear of Mark. It took 2 years, but, that seed was sown, and congratulations on your deal.
Thanks. Yeah.
No problem. So, in my honest and humble opinion, from the release of your single, We Are the Night, it looks like a fantastic performance of timeless material presented in a very professional way that really endures to look into your music. But of course, not all music is for everyone, and we all know that. But where do you see the connection is that people will make to the music and the performance from your perspective, though?
I mean, I think that it's a very kind of like the song gives off a feeling that I think any person could connect to. It was more, when I wrote this, it was a time when I was feeling like I was finally independent and I could, like, do whatever I wanted. And I feel like everybody has that moment in their life where they're just like, this is my life. I'm going to do everything that I want to do for me, and it feels so freeing. And so I think the message of it is what's going to like connect to a lot of people, because I think it's something that everybody goes through. And yeah, I think that's the main thing that'll kind of grab everybody's attention when they listen to it.
Okay. So I don't know how much time was spent on the music or performance or production of it, but it came out sparkling. So what put the magic into We Are the Night? Could you walk us through like how the song came into existence, like from writing it to going to the studio and just putting it out there into the universe?
Yeah, it was a decently long process of me of us trying to like figure out what would be the best route to take for like releasing my first single with the label. And again, I was like at a point when I was like writing, and I was like, I just like I'm happy. I am so content with how my life is that I just wanted something I could dance to. And so that sparked something. And then I don't know if I was like listening to other like lyrics and just like other artists kind of in the like EDM pop music. And I just kind of got the line, We Are the Night. And I just wrote around that. And I was like, I went to Mark and I was like, hey, I got this. Let me send it to you. And then they just kind of built the music around that, tweaked things. There's definitely the version that I started with is not completely the version that ended up coming out, but I am so happy with how it came out. But yeah, it was just a long process of like tweaking things and making sure that it was going to be the best listening pleasures to everybody else. And I mean, yeah, a lot of hard work, a long time, and like a lot of everybody asking me like, oh, when is your music out? And I'm like, it's coming. I promise, we're working on it. It's coming. But yeah, I am so happy with how the end result ended. Yeah.
That's real cool. Have you had a chance to perform this song yet?
Not yet. Hopefully in the near future, but not yet.
All right. We'll keep an eye on that too. Make sure you post a video on YouTube.
I will. Oh, of course.
All right. So going back to 2013,
okay.
What did you learn from the recording of the EP? Of course, we're talking about A Beautiful Mess, that you were able to take with you into recording your single, We Are the Night.
Basically everything. I was fairly new to all that. Like, I was used to a microphone being in my face because of like certain YouTube videos that I had made, and I owned a microphone, so I was used to that. But like just having to go through things multiple times and like doing things slightly different ways and like figuring out which version of how I sing it is the best, and just getting the background tracks how I wanted, and how, I mean, there was a song that I had originally made for the EP that didn't even get like made, and I had to like swap it out, and the song I swapped out with ended up being like one of the most popular ones on the album. And so it's just kind of like tweaking things, getting rid of stuff that you might have an attachment to, but something better might come along. And just basically any sort of recording studio situation, I learned everything, which made it a lot easier when I went into the studio for We Are the Night, because I kind of understood how it worked. With the EP, I was just like this newbie having no idea what I was doing, and I definitely felt more like not a seasoned vet, but like get in there for We Are the Night, because I understood it more. I understood why we were taking so many takes of the same thing.
Yeah. Now, I definitely hear the progression from A Beautiful Mess up to We Are the Night. And I was very impressed by the passionate and frantically emotional nature of your vocals in your song called As I Am. What's important in your opinion when hearing your own vocals come back to you for the first time after a recording section?
It's so weird. It's weird every single time, but like in a good way. So I'm like, okay, like it sounds really good. Like I surprised myself every time. I know a lot of artists probably like undermine how good they are, like how their vocals sound, and then you're just kind of like, you get nervous and you're like, oh, I'm putting this out to people, I don't know if they're gonna like it. But yeah, especially with As I Am, that's a good song. That was actually the first one I wrote. That was the first one I was just like, yep, this is like what this whole album needs to be. It's just like, this is who I am. And yeah, it's just definitely, it's different. It's a different situation.
Okay. So, but with We Are the Night, how did you know you personally nailed it exactly how you wanted it to sound? And this is before it went to the cut board.
Yeah,
this is like the organic version.
Yeah, I mean, every time I send a song over to my label, I kind of, I find like 2 or 3 songs that are currently like either popular on the radio or that I listen to or I got the influence from, and I kind of send them the way and just like kind of like make a mashup of these. And so that's what I like hear in my head, and I try to explain to them the best I can, and they do so well of like sending me things back and either being like, hey, do you like it like this or do you like it like that? What if we take this out? And like it's just kind of, they work with me very well of like making sure that the sound that I heard in my head is the sound that is either the end game or it's a better version of even what I heard in writing it. And so I mean, what you hear from We Are the Night is essentially like what was going on in my head, and it's pretty impressive that they can take that and just like make it into exactly what I heard. And yeah, I definitely get a lot of inspiration from other artists and kind of like how I want, like where I want this song to go and like how I want it to start and like how I want it to end, and just like where it builds and stuff. So a lot of inspiration.
Okay. So we are in a moment now where We Are the Night can be like a huge success. So let's chat about the future. What is the machine itself up to? Like, is it firing all syllables or cylinders? Syllables. It all sound the same.
Yeah, we are definitely pushing this most we can. We are working on a music video, which will, once that gets out, it'll be even a bigger thing to kind of like promote to people and be like, hey, this is her actually singing it. And yeah, we're going full force.
All right. So websites, my lady, you got them. We need them. Where do you want people to go online and find the music and to connect with you?
For my music, you can basically find it on any sort of site that you can buy songs, like iTunes, Amazon. You can find them on streaming sites like Spotify. There's Apple Music. I've got some stuff up on YouTube. I sometimes will post about 1-minute clips on my Instagram that are strictly there. And I, of course, have my Facebook and Twitter. I have all those social medias, but yeah, you can find my song pretty much anywhere that you're going to buy or stream music.
Sounds cool. So we're coming to the towards the end of the interview, but I have 2 more things for you. The first thing is the open floor. I really want to thank you for your time and effort in decoding all of my ramblings to find the actual questions that I'm asking you so that you can answer. So I know that's not always easy because I talk a little fast sometimes, but you put out a completely inspiring sound into my ear this year, one that honestly blew away the expectations that I had and can't ever express in words enough just what a difference great music like yours makes in my days that go by. Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks.
So thank you for doing all that you do, Ariel. I hope the music continues, and I'm sure it definitely will. So end this off any way that you like to, my friend. You can say anything that you like to hear in the open space of our interview. It's all of yours. Do as you wish.
All right. I mean, I guess just go check out my song. It'll get your heart pumping, and you'll be ready to dance. You'll be ready to like go out for the night on the town, or just to get you hyped for the day. Just go check it out, and I promise probably won't let you down.
All right, cool. All right. The second thing is after the music break, it'll be time for our usual tradition. It is called the hot seat. See, I'm fumbling over words because I'm thinking about this song. It got me excited. Our fans love this part of this segment, and of course along with the actual interview, but the audience get to hear either some vocals, a poem, inspirational speech, maybe written word, spoken word. Maybe you can freestyle rap, Ariel, who knows? Or you can recite some lyrics. Maybe you're a comedian, have a great story, or maybe you want to play that live instrument. Well,
Okay.
you never know what these creative minds and vessels will produce in the spotlight. And tonight, we'll find out if Ariel has what it takes to be put on the spot, a test of her true artistry, and maybe even some hidden talents. But for
right.
now, we will play her song, We Are the Night.
There's a place I go where you're never alone. No matter who you are, you can just let go. And when you get on the floor, you can shake, shake. There's a spark in your eye, you can't fake, fake. Hold it closer and you'll be on fire, fire. You can see it all now in the sky. Just let it take you away. Take you away. We are the night, 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 night. We are the stars. We are the night, 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 night. In perfect harmony. We are the night, 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 night. We are the moon. We are the ones who chase the sun until it fades away. Take your shot. You've got nothing to lose. I need you closer now until our bodies touch. And when we get on the floor, we can shake, shake. There's a spark in your eye, you can fake, fake. Hold it closer and we'll be a fire, fire. We don't care what they're all gonna say. We are the night, 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 night. We are the stars. We are the night, 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 night. In perfect harmony. We are the night, 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 night. We are the moon. We are the ones who chase the sun until it fades away. And we'll turn up our faces with arms open wide, and we'll soak up the beams of the moon like a tide. We'll rage in the dark, unprotected and free. Be everyone we ever wanted to be. Take you away. Take you, We are the night, 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 night. We are the stars. We are the night, 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 night. In perfect harmony. We are the night, 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 night. We are the moon. We are the ones who chase the sun until it fades away. We are the night. We are the stars. We are the night. In perfect harmony. We are the night, 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 night. We are the moon. We are the ones who chase the sun until it fades away. We are the night.
Yo, this is the kid Houdini Black, and I normally don't do endorsements, but I'm gonna tell you about a service that works. It's from a company called Lyrical Innovation. Attention recording artists, do you have a hot single, music video, clothing line, or performance that you want blasted everywhere? Who doesn't? Well, Lyrical Innovation is offering free promotion for a week for the first 50 people that subscribe to their mailing list. They will add your content on their website, Instagram page, which has over 12,000 followers, and Facebook page. Let them work for you. Visit their website to get started today at www.lyricalinnovation.com. Tell them Dini-Mussolini sent you. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, so we are back. That was We Are the Night by Ariel Currant. Man, that song was electrifying. You should have seen me. I was up, bouncing off the walls. And if you weren't up, bouncing off the walls like me, then you are seriously a crab. And you should hang up the phone right now. No, don't do that. Hang up after the show is over. Yeah. All right, so today's Hot Seat is brought to you by Lyrical Innovation. These guys are giving a week of free promo. Who doesn't want that? Only thing you have to do is go to their website, put in your email address, and they'll be in contact with you for your free promo. Man, I think I'm gonna do that right now. But before we get into the best part of the show, I just want to tell you guys to make sure that you fill your day with substance. Yeah, fill your day with substance. I mean, like, fill the day with life at its highest level. Separate yourself from temptations and distractions by making a firm commitment. Commit yourself to follow specific meaning, intentions of your choosing. Be able to remember a week from now what you achieved on this day. Be able to be thankful a year from now for the way you invested your time today. This day is not a practice run. Life is happening right now, so you gotta get on board with it. And you are here to do something good with it. Notice it is serious business at times. It never has to be a chore. You can fill this day with substance while also finding great satisfaction and enjoyment. Achievement is what you are meant to do, so joyfully let yourself do your thing. Yeah, bounce off the wall like I just did to a great song like We Are the Night. Yeah, I did that. You should have watched me. It was cool too. So, fill this day with substance and make all of life thankful for what you do. You owe yourself that much. So we are here with Ariel. What do you have for us? Hello?
Hi. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm here. Okay.
All right, so what do you have for us?
I have no idea.
Okay. What about a joke?
A joke. Yeah, probably I'm not good at jokes.
Okay. Let's go down the list here. How about a freestyle rap?
You can't rap.
Can't rap. Okay.
I don't have too many hidden talents. I'm just kind of all out there.
Oh, come on now. You wrote a great song like We Are the Night.
Yeah.
Come on. What are you hiding? We can't see your dance moves, so you gotta give us something.
You can't see my dance moves.
Maybe some lyrics.
Some lyrics?
From an unreleased, from an unreleased song, maybe. Give us
I gotta
exclusive.
keep those secrets, though.
Well, this is, the Vigilantes Radio with over 34,000 listeners,
That's very true. I mean, I could, make a weird frog noise, but that's not my only little secret talent.
Well,
and that's weird. It's kind of weird. So.
That is weird, but we'll take it.
Yeah. You can listen. You want to hear my frog noise?
Yeah.
You ready?
We are ready.
Can you even hear it through the phone?
That was weird. What
right?
was that?
I don't know. I learned how to do it when I was a small child, and I thought it was normal, and everybody's just like, nope. so I kind of just use that as my my party trick, my hidden talent. It gets people talking because they're confused by it, so it works for me.
Yeah, I could imagine. So we have some questions from the listeners out here.
Okay.
All right, the first question is from Sarah. She wants to know, how long have you been singing?
How I was singing? Well, I mean, basically since I was a child, I was always like, I didn't ever express my emotions too well, but I would do it through singing. So I've kind of been like songwriting since I was small too. Like I would start singing about how I was excited about my new dog, and I would just like all of a sudden be in the back seat of the car, just start singing, and everybody would like turn down the radio. They'd listen to what I had to say, and then I'd be done, and then it would just go back to normal. So I've been singing since I was about 3 or 4 years old, just kind of expressing myself that way, and then it just kind of kept growing throughout the years.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great question, Sarah. All right, so we have another question.
Okay.
Have you ever been pulled over by a cop?
Yes, I have once. I was driving to a concert. I am currently in Iowa, and I was driving through Missouri to a concert, and I might have been speeding a little bit, so I did get pulled over.
All right. See, she's human, guys, just because she makes frog noises.
Yeah, but make frog noises and get pulled over by cops.
Yeah. All right. We have another question. Have you always wanted... What? Hold on. What? Oh, okay. It says, what have you always wanted? Did you ever get it?
What have I always wanted? Let's see. I think a lot of the times it has to do with my pets. Well, I'll be like, Mom, I really want a cat, and eventually I can get her to break down. Or I'll be like going to my dad and be like, hey, we had to put our old dog down. Like, let's get a new dog. I think it comes to a lot with my pets. Is like, that's always what I want. I always want animals around. And I normally get it. I normally can schmooze my way enough and convince my parents to get me one.
Cool. All right, we have another question. What is or was the best compliment that you received on your music?
On my music, I recently was compared to Adele, and I nearly started crying because Adele is like my all-time just like biggest inspiration, and somebody compared me to her, and I was done. I was like, I got it. I was done. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was a huge compliment of how they like listened to my voice and kind of like could hear her inspiration in me with my voice. So yeah, that was a huge compliment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll take one more question. Make it a good question. Make it a good question. Okay, I guess this one's weird. You guys are weirdos, man.
Oh,
all right. If you could have anyone locked in a room so that you could torment them for a day, wow. Whom would you choose and how would you torment them? Man, what kind of TV shows do you guys watch?
I'm gonna go with like I'm gonna take the tormenting side of it and kind of take it as just kind of like annoying someone. And I would probably take one of my little brothers because he constantly does it to me. He's constantly just like texting me just annoying things, and I try to get him back. He's so good at it that I think I'd probably want to be in a room with him and just like have it so he can't talk and just like constantly just like annoy him to another level. Like that would be great.
All right, cool. No, we have to ask one more question because that one was weird.
That's all right.
Yeah, it was from Bob. Bob, you're weird. But don't hang up. Stay on.
Okay.
Nah, cool question. All right. They want to know what type of music or what genres of music do you listen to outside of your own, and what other artists in different genres do you connect to?
Yeah, I do listen to a lot of country music, and I also do listen to like the pop stuff here on the radio, but I kind of like those toned down songs that are just like kind of like acoustic kind of people, kind of like I listen to a band called Parachute a lot. I've been a big fan of theirs. I love James Arthur and kind of like that realm of like chilled out pop music where it's very just like not too many instruments going on, just kind of the acoustic type stuff, and I really like that stuff.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
But we also know you like 2 Chainz too.
Yeah, I will listen to anything. I have a very wide range of music going on that I listen to.
All right, that is cool. So, anything else before we part ways here?
I mean, just thanks for listening and checking out my song. It's always
definitely
means a lot.
All right, no problem at all. All right, thank you guys, my Vigilantes Radio family, as always, for checking out the podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab it from Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, the app called Podcast Addict, 24/7, 365 days a year. Stream, download, bootleg, I don't care. And that goes for every single show that we've ever aired. It will be free always. If you'd like to request music or send something for me to play, or maybe a guest that you would like to have on my show, email me and chat with me at vradio@only1mediagroup.com. Here's my disclaimer, though. We are genre-free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay, but facts alone. And actually, scratch all of that, because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, just something you have to deal with. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, dini-mussolini, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word, because sharing is caring. Also, a special thanks to our guest tonight, Ariel Currant, for joining us. We stepped our game up just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. You never know, Dini may just end up on one of her songs. I do it all, my friends. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely freaking great at just doing that. Peace and have a wonderful night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds, of the duo No Longer the Hero. Co-hosted by the Vigilantes Banditti. Call in to join the mix. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com.